Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of City Skylines, where in the last episode we built this pretty cool looking highway interchange. We used one of the workshop interchanges to put this down, but we changed so much about it, we customized it so much that for the next time I'm just going to do it myself. And if we follow the road, this nice highway interchange leads up to the university area, which we started building last time. Now the university itself is pretty much done. I think we have an camp attractiveness level of 1295, which is plenty. We have a capacity of almost 9,000, which is plenty. At the moment it's costing us a lot more than it's giving us, but we are only on a level 2. We did get a number of research items, I think these are, so let's give something for literature. Excellent. We have academic staff. We have 10 people on staff, which is costing us 5,000 as well, but that is okay. Our water club, the alligators, I don't know what they do exactly, but I think it's a swimming team. Yeah, next match coming up in a couple of weeks. So yeah, that is where we left off last time. Now last time we also decided that we were going to put a metro underneath this campus. What we are going to do today is 1, we are going to finish the village over here. 2, we are going to start a farming industry over here. And 3, if there is any time left, we're going to continue over here a little bit. And we haven't put any subway metro down at all over here. So I want to introduce a little bit of a metro loop on this part of the city as well, so we can start connecting it up to the various aisles. And we also need to connect this part up over here to our entertainment district. So yeah, plenty of things to do today. So let's get started. Well, all right, here we are. And you might be wondering what you are looking at and what you were looking at in the time lapse you just saw. I said I wasn't going to try and bring a train line up to the university area, but I was building the farm over here. And it's just a small farm up until now, but there was so much traffic already. I was already envisioning traffic jams from here all the way down to Manta Ray Bay to the cargo station that we have over here for the trucks to get their goods on a train, that I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And the result is this little, I don't know what to call it, a monstrosity over here with the train line coming in from Manta Ray Bay that splits up and continues to the city, and one part that goes towards the university area. That part was pretty straightforward. This loop over here is probably a little bit too tight to be realistic. Some of the slopes might be a little bit too steep to be realistic for cargo trains, but hey, this is City Skylines. It works, it looks alright, so I'm gonna keep it. So this part on this side I've detailed already. I think this looks pretty nice. We have some quay walls acting as retainer walls to hold up the elevated sections in locations where we don't have the quay walls or where there is still a lot of dirt. We used our normal stones to hold back the dirt together with the plants, of course. And yeah, I really like how this is looking. This little part needs a little bit of detailing as well. And then, yeah, over here on this side of the highway, I haven't done any detailing yet. That's because I'm not sure yet how this is going to look. I want to keep the rail elevated over here because that makes the most sense. Because we have a bridge here and a bridge over here. But it doesn't make sense to bridge it all the way. So we're gonna see something like this. Not sure if I'm gonna just smooth it out or if I'm gonna do retaining walls like I did on this one. This area over here is most certainly going to be an extension of the farm that I started here, and then I put in the cargo station over here already, and I made sure to have enough room and enough rail to have a passenger station over here as well. So we have a passenger station next to the aquatic center, which gets really busy on match days. So that is pretty nice. It turned out better than I expected. To be honest, I was afraid. I had to do all sorts of weird things to get the train line over here, but really once I had this interchange going, I think that was the hardest part of it. So yeah, with that it's only just a straight line down to the university. Now let's take a look at the farm. The farming area that I started, it is pretty busy at the moment because I have a lot of these large barns, and I have a lot of silos, and these things, you know, they produce a shitload of trucks. But other than that, we have a whole lot of greenhouses, and the reason for that is that this is supposed to be a farming area that is part of the university. So we're going to do a whole lot of experiments here, trying out new techniques, trying out new crops, trying out, you know, a whole lot of stuff. And a greenhouse is ideal for that, in my opinion, because you can control all the different variables, the temperature, the light, the water, stuff like that. So you can really test the things that you want to test. Unfortunately, we only have 2 greenhouse models in the game, so I might go down to the workshop and download a couple more, though I do think that this is going to be mostly orchard, and then this is going to be mostly animal farms, and then over here next to the train station is going to be, you know, warehouses, storage yards, stuff like that. One thing I did over here is I added a bike/pedestrian highway like thing, because this road doesn't have sidewalks, so you can't walk or bike alongside it. So you can use this one over here. For anybody who works, who lives here, who works on the farm, can use that one. And I really want to extend this one all the way alongside this national road here, over here somehow, and connect it to the paths that are in Manta Ray Bay, so people that live in Manta Ray Bay can walk and bike to this part of the city and vice versa. So that is something that we will be doing as well. But yeah, for now I really wanted to explain why I chose to have the railroad come down over here. As I said, some of the curves, so some of the slopes might be a little bit unrealistic for a real life train, but this is City Skylines. It works, it looks okay, And it's going to be so much better with traffic over here if we have a railroad over here to take care of most of those things. So yeah, I said I wasn't going to do it because I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think there would be enough room. But it turned out I could do it and there was enough room. So it's here to stay. Let me know what you think about it. I really like how this little area over here is becoming like a sort of infrastructure hub. We have all these highways coming together. Not coming together. We have the highway with some exits that lead into, you know, national roads that lead into cities and villages. We have the railroad that splits up and comes together over here. We have the water treatment facility. So yeah, this is really starting to become a little infrastructure centered part of the island, which if you look at how the island is set up, I don't think it's that weird, because we have settlement over here, settlement over here, settlement over here. We have one over here in the future. So exactly in the center of those, there is most of the infrastructure. And I think that's pretty realistic, even if some of the curves aren't. But yeah, pretty realistic to have an infrastructure center in between all these different settlements with ways to go. Pretty happy with how this went. Now, next thing we need to do is we're going to detail this little part of the highway, not the highway, the railroad, and add a passenger station over here. And that way we have the infrastructure above ground settled for this part, I think. And then we can maybe start focusing on the infrastructure below ground. So yeah, let's continue where we left off. We're going to expand the farm a little bit. We're going to finish the infrastructure above ground and maybe make a start on the infrastructure below ground. So yeah, let's go. All right, here we are. And I must say it is looking pretty good. I really like the way how this piece of the farmland got built in with all these orange trees. Give a nice little bit of color to the area. And it fills up the available space nicely. Yeah, thank you, sheep. As you can hear, we also have a couple of sheep. Yeah, I think the farm turned out pretty nice. I think this is it for the size of the farm. I don't think we're going to go any bigger. We do have to do some traffic management over here because the railroad is causing a lot of traffic, especially when there is a train coming in that's delivering goods. This can back up quite a bit. This one will also back up quite a bit. So we will have to do some traffic management in the area, I think. But for now, everything is looking okay. Everything is flowing. People do have to wait sometimes, but there's nothing backing up to the next road. So that's good. Over here, once we have some more different types of industry, we'll probably do a unique factory or two. And of course, we have to connect the passenger station up over here somewhere. And I was looking at the map and I was thinking we have 2 rails that come into the area over here, so we can add a double station, and then maybe we can get the rail underground, make a nice tunnel just like we did over here, and then one rail can go off into this side and maybe provide access to a community on this island eventually, and then the other rail can go straight on and connect to the railroad over here, so we have another outside connection that can come in from over here. I think that will be a nice project for somewhere in the future. This episode was a lot of infrastructure already. We've had massive infrastructure changes that I did not anticipate when I started recording this episode, but here we are. It looks pretty nice, looks pretty good. So what is the next step? Now, next episode, of course, we're going to fill in a little bit more of the High District over here, which, by the way, still needs a name. I did get a few names already for some other things, so we're going to be doing that in the next episode as well. But yeah, next episode, we are going to create a passenger station over here. And I think it is time to start our metro network underground over here, and then maybe fill in a little bit more in the middle over here. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with that. It would be quite a desirable place, especially this one over here with those 2 highway exits and a national road in front of it, access to the beach. I think this could be a cool little hotel area over here, like a single street strip, something like that. We'll see how it works out. For now though, yeah, I really like how these places are, well, they're not growing organically because we choose where to start building and stuff like that, but they really take on a life of their own and they really start to become their own thing. Also, now that we have all this infrastructure done over here, now might be the time, maybe not to start building over here, but to start thinking about how we are going to get the infrastructure done in this place. Because if this is going to be entirely filled up with city, then we most definitely need a highway coming down here. So probably over here, a highway interchange that connects to another highway that comes down all the way into the center of the city, maybe here somewhere. Because I don't think we're gonna, if this is going to be all city, I don't think we're gonna cut it with just a couple of local connections. So that is something that we also need to take care of, I think. And now looking at it, this road over here, it'd be cool if we tunnel that one through the mountain as well and connect up to here as well. So we have not only a highway connection to Florence Square, which also needs a new name, by the way, but also a local connection that connects to this part of the city. And maybe we can connect it up even over here. Lots of things still left to do. And we are going to do plenty of them in the next episode. But for now, I think this has been everything for today. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.